Welcome back to our part 2 of this mini-series. So, I have found a new site, it's called CGTrader, and the main idea for this site is, as you can read, buy professional 3D models. Actually, when I explored this site, there are a lot of models, like pretty much anything you can think of, you can find it here. And it's something like an eBay for 3D models. You can upload them, sell them, and even you can do some freelance 3D projects. Like if we see for an example, there are like people just want someone to create them something, like for instance the Jesus Christ face. Interesting idea. You just make it from his drawings, and yeah, $60, not too bad. If you try to look at the main idea of this series is the Skoda, and yeah, actually there are a lot of models already, so a lot of competition. But you see, actually the prices are very varied, like from $10 to about hundreds, 300, and yeah, there's a lot of choice. Like for example, if you choose something like this, Skoda Superb, 130. Yeah, pretty interesting. And the interesting thing actually is that you upload your videos, like reviews, and yeah, it would be pretty cool to create something like this, because it actually looks pretty cool. And yeah, that's what I have been doing in the past days, and I have actually uploaded my own model. So if you look here, it was more of a test model, like a motivational car keychain. It was relatively simple to make, that's why I uploaded it to just see what happens. And as you can see, I have already like 15 views. To be honest, about half of those are my own views, but there are like at least about 7 random people who have checked my model. Because if you like look, when you look for a keychain, when you look for a keychain, it actually looks for all different kind of keychains, and my one is somewhere in here, so actually pretty cool. That's why I'm getting a bit of traffic. And if you write something like motivational, it was, if I'm not mistaken, third, yeah, like pretty cool. And a side note, this coin looks pretty cool. I may want to create something like this, like a flip coin, and when you like flip it, you see this is the way. Sometimes maybe shit, and yeah, something like this, pretty interesting. There's like maybe shit, maybe good. Yeah, maybe good. Pretty interesting. Yeah, you can see it gets some traffic, and people want to buy it, they buy it. The thing is, they buy the 3D model. To look how I actually created my one, you can see like a Solidworks, this one, yeah, you should be able to see. So as I am a student, I can get this very powerful 3D CAD program, Solidworks, with all the applications, all simulations. I can get all of these ones if I want. I just need to like download them, and there are a lot of possibilities. But to be very simple how I did this, you can like go back to, you just open Solidworks, it's pretty much nothing, and then you start to create your like drawings. So first things first, you draw like a simple shape, like a rectangle and a triangle. You put some sizes in millimeters, just some dimensions to like reference where they are. The good thing about this is that you put these dimensions, and later if you have a very complicated model, you can like change them. you can create larger, smaller, so that's pretty cool for Solidworks. And how you get that thickness is just the function boss extrude, which just as we can see, it just extrudes the material how much you want. In this case, like 10 millimeters. So yeah, we create something like this. Then I put some fillets. As you can see, they just like round the corners, so it looks a bit more better ergonomic for human's hand. Then what I did was copy the sketch I had. So pretty much what I did is I pressed offset entities on my like first sketch and put so that it offsets, like draws the same like shape, offset about 2-3 millimeters, and yeah, it just draws around it. And the same thing, I just extruded it, so I create like this kind of a form, you could say like that. Then I put some fillets on it to make it a bit more roundish. And yeah, the next thing we did is put our description: get things done, make the decision now, not later, plan and execute. Relatively simple. All you use is this tool for writings and just write what you want. The good thing is you can change the format. If I'm not mistaken, I guess it shows you like here, you can change the format, everything, the sizes, and yeah, then just extrude it. I just extruded it like 2 millimeters. So yeah, relatively simple. And another thing you need to do for these 3D models is you need to convert them to like mesh models. Pretty much a mesh model is something that consists of tiny triangles, and the idea is when you like send this file, the computer, it just generates coordinates considering where are these so-called intersection points, and it just creates like a one large file. It just pretty much tells where are all these intersection points, and pretty logical. If you have more points, you can get better these so-called curves, better resolution. So yeah, as you can see, for small details there are a lot of these triangles, but yeah, pretty cool. So that's how I created it. Of course, you save it. To point out, you most likely want to save it as an STL, and step usually is pretty good, and the next one was IGES, something like that. But there are Solidworks gives you a lot of options. But yeah, the most popular STL, step, IGS. Of course, you save it as a part, which is like a native file. Yeah, I create this model, and let's see how I actually uploaded it. So if we go back to our this one, we go to my models, and what do we see? I plan to have a lot of them. This is just like a test one, and yeah, it would look like something like this. There was a big button there, like upload your model. It opens you with something like this. You just drag your files here. There are conditions what you need to add, like wireframes, which are pretty much those mesh models, OBJ, STL, STP. Yeah, like these are the main files. You just upload that model, put some cool pictures so that people can see. The most ideal is to put, as we saw, like a preview video for that Skoda, because it's like easier to understand how it is. And yeah, description, tags, and the price, of course. So that's actually how you would do something like this. And yeah, so far my this so-called profile consists of one model, and yeah, pretty cool site. Just the last thing is that as I have researched, most people use these kind of sites to create their portfolios, where they just upload their day-to-day like projects, something they have created. And if you like apply for a job, which is something with 3D modeling, something like that, you just give them a link, this kind of a link, and like your the so-called boss, he can just go online, check how good you can create something, what's your quality, like what's even your reputation, like your popularity, and he can see how complicated things you can make. But yeah, in the future videos I would actually like to do some of these freelance projects, because they actually look pretty cool. When I looked for one, I saw like someone wanted to create like a ship, like these are those miniature ships which you just like put piece by piece, like they just wanted to create it in 3D, so that was pretty cool. As we can see here, helicopter fuselage, maybe sheet metal material, C4D and octane, something like that. There are some interesting projects you can see, like yeah, interesting. Yeah, one more thing I would like to maybe point out for future content is I recently I ordered myself a 3D printer, CR20 Pro, and in the future expect to see some videos about it, how I'm going to print things, do things, and that is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to have something like this, a 3D model, and yeah, 3D printer, pretty cool thing. So stay tuned and see you next time.